Namaskar, this is Seshadri, your labor law advisor, corporate trainer, POSH IC member. Very good news. EPFO new scheme has been introduced with effect from 29th June 2026. In this, the withdrawal process has become now very easy and very transparent, easy to apply, get the money as early as possible. About the withdrawal, we are going to see in this video, as well as you know very well 100% withdrawal possible. That word actually has some inside meaning. There is a minimum balance has been introduced. What is minimum balance? How much we can withdraw? What are all the eligibility? Those things we are going to see in this video. Please watch this video until end. Definitely it will add value to you. Let us start this video. So these are all the services we are providing. Any services if you require, you can contact us. We are in social media also. You can follow us any information if required. Under para 46, you know very well, code on social security, that is a new code, it has been introduced, as well as in that code on social security, chapter 3 talks on PF. Under the chapter 3, new PF scheme has been introduced with effect from 29th June 2026. In that new scheme, para 46 talks on the withdrawal, partial withdrawal. In our language, advance, PF advance. Those things are mentioned as a partial withdrawal. What are all the eligibility? How to take this partial withdrawal? Through UAN portal only, designated portal only you can. Commissioner will sanction this amount. How much we can withdraw? Minimum you can withdraw 1000 rupees. Why? Because now UPI they are going to introduce in the 200, 100 like that. No one should take as an advance. That's why minimum balance has been fixed 1000 rupees. What are all the criteria? What limits? What is purpose you can take? Those things will be explained in next. Before getting into those things, we should understand about the minimum balance. What is minimum balance? In banks, we need to maintain some minimum balance like that, but not similar to bank. In PF account also, we have to keep the minimum balance. What is minimum balance? We are keep on contributing in the PF account. When you are in service, you will be contributing 12%, as well as employer also contributing 12%. Out of employer's 12%, 8.33% goes to the pension account. Balance 3.67 comes back to the PF account. So total employer contribution, employee contribution, whatever you are contributing into the PF account, plus your PF account is earning the interest also. Month on month it is earning the interest. So PF contribution plus interest put together, whatever the amount is coming into this account, in that 25% we have to keep it aside. 25% amount we have to keep it aside. For example, you have contributed first year 10,000 rupees total year, and second year 10,000, total 20,000 you contributed in this 2 year. Your minimum balance must be 25% of 20,000, that is 5,000 rupees is the minimum balance. Balance 15,000 you can withdraw. In this example, in the month of 13th month, that is second year, you are become eligible 12 months. Yes, 13th year you are taking as a partial withdrawal PF advance. If you want to withdraw, how much you can withdraw? You contributed in the first year 10,000 rupees. In that 25% is minimum balance, 2,500 kept aside. Balance 7,500 is your eligible amount. That eligible amount, 100% you can withdraw. 100% of your eligible amount. What is eligible amount? 75% of your contribution. That eligible amount you can withdraw. That minimum balance 2,500 you have to keep. So second year finished. You have withdrawn 7,500. So balance, minimum balance 2,500. Second year contribution 10,000 gone. Now third year beginning, if you want to withdraw, total balance how much it will be? 10,000 contribution plus first year minimum balance 2,500, 12,500 it will be in your account. In that 75% you cannot withdraw, because your contribution is 10,000, 10,000, 20,000. In that 25,000 is 5,000. So 5,000 kept aside. Again, out of 12,500, 5,000 kept aside as a minimum balance. Balance 7,500 only you can withdraw beginning of third year. I will show you on Excel sheet how the contributions are and how you have to calculate minimum balance. Now you are seeing the Excel sheet. In that Excel sheet, you can see here, these are all the contribution. First column is the this, you can see under contribution, these are all the contributions. Even I added interest also. Put together, this is the balance. Each month, what is the balance? This is given. So at the year end, total contribution. This is total contribution. Total interest. This is total interest. Put together interest plus contribution this much. In this 25% is this much. Earlier also you have contributed. That minimum balance also you have previous year minimum balance plus this year minimum balance put together. That is the total minimum balance. It must be in your account. Like that, year on year minimum balance keep on increasing based on your contributions. For example, in this year that is the 2025-26, in case if you are at the month of November, the balance was 83,000. You want to withdraw 50,000. Yes, you can withdraw 50,000. After withdrawal, thus month year end, this will be your how much? It will be 44,222. That is the balance available. Now, in the month of April, if you want to withdraw, in this 75% you cannot withdraw because the minimum balance at the year end is 23,556. How it is calculated? Based on your contribution plus interest and previous year minimum balance put together. This is the total minimum balance you have to maintain in your account as on date. So minimum balance year on year it will be increasing. That minimum balance you have to deduct from the your whatever the balance available in PF, then balance only you can withdraw. Another example, if you see in the same calculation, at the end of March 2027 balance is 77,000. You cannot withdraw out of 77,000 into 75%. What you have to calculate? 77,000 minus minimum balance. What is minimum balance at the year end? 31,000. How it has come? This year contribution, this year interest 25% plus previous year minimum balance put together, it is a minimum balance at the as on date. So whatever available amount minus whatever the minimum balance only you can withdraw. This balance you can withdraw 100%. You cannot calculate total available balance into 75%. It is not correct. So you have to calculate available balance minus cumulative minimum balance. That is the maximum eligible amount for you. In this amount you can withdraw. We will see now what are all the reasons we can put for withdrawal. So category 1, there are 3 categories as I said. First category belongs to medical, education and marriage put together one category. Second category is housing. Third category is special circum. These are all the 3 categories you can withdraw. Category 1, either it is for you can medical you can withdraw, education you can withdraw, marriage you can withdraw. Medical means for self or family member any emergency you can withdraw. There is how many times? Nothing, no restriction here. For medical emergency you can withdraw n number of times. What is your eligibility? Any advance if you want to take, minimum 12 months service must. So it put together. What is service we will see at the end. So 12 months service required. How much you can withdraw? 100% of your eligible amount. How to calculate eligible amount? Total available balance minus cumulative minimum balance, that is the eligible amount. That amount you can withdraw. For education, for self and family you can withdraw. For education, how many times? In total lifetime from joining to retirement you can withdraw 10 times only for education. Marriage you can withdraw for self or family member marriage. Yes, this you can withdraw 5 times total in your career. From the joining to retirement you can withdraw 5 times only. How much you can withdraw? On which date you want to withdraw, you have to see eligible amount. Total eligible amount you can withdraw. What is eligible amount? Available balance minus cumulative minimum balance, that you can withdraw. Second category is housing. Here also for housing any purpose, flat purchase, house purchase, construction of house, home loan repayment, anything you can withdraw. Lifetime 5 times only you can withdraw. From joining to retirement 5 times only on housing you can withdraw. Special circumstances you can withdraw 2 times a year. Each financial year you can withdraw twice. Purpose, what are here reason also they will not ask. This is provided for in case any flood has come, you are not able to do something, or COVID like that situation has come. Like that situation, financial year 2 times you can withdraw. This is the 3 categories. Minimum eligible 12 months service, 100% of whatever available your eligible amount you can withdraw, as well as Early employment, in case before completion of 12 months itself you are going out of employment, that time whatever available eligible amount as on date you can withdraw. Eligible amount again 25% minimum balance you have to kept aside. Then frequency, from which date? So earlier also I have taken for marriage, now can I withdraw? Yes, you can withdraw. This number of times given na, that is starts from 29th July 2026 onwards. Previous whatever the reason you have withdrawn, it will not be taken into account. So from fresh, this is from fresh to your retirement. That is the count for your whatever 5 times 10 times, that is countable from 29th July 29th June 2026 onwards. So now service is very simple. Either you earlier you service, because this scheme was introduced on 29th June 2026. Before service, that also counted. After the scheme introduction, that also counted. In case if you are in exempted organization like trust, that service also counted. Put together only service is calculated. So hope it will clarifies your all the doubts on withdrawal. Any more doubts are there, please write on comment box. Definitely we will answer you. We will happy to serve you. Thank you. We'll get back with another video.